Episode of HMF Live. Today is Tuesday, September 20th. My name is Tanya Moravec. I am the founder of Team Hustle to Muscle Fitness. I am a Beachbody coach and have lost, over the years, about 78 pounds and have been able to keep it off using Beachbody programs. And so now I use my experience and things that I've learned along the way to help others start their journeys and keep them going to have a happier, healthier life that's a little more well-rounded and balanced. And so that's another reason why I do this weekly show. So welcome to another episode. I am so glad you're here. I appreciate you taking the time to check this out, whether you are here live or if you watch this after the fact, or you might even watch it when I post it on my YouTube channel. So thanks again for being here. Just a few announcements before we get into tonight's topic. Some really great stuff going on in Team Hustle to Muscle Fitness. As always, we're a busy community, and we have a lot of action going on as we are all trying to just be a community on fire and trying to help others start a healthier journey. So today we've got a coach sneak peek going on that's been happening all day. A lot of fun in there. It's a very small group, but we've had a lot of great interaction. So that's going on. Let's see what else is going on. Got a 5-day clean eating challenge that's happening right now. We're in day 2 and they're doing really well. Again, small group, but all it takes is a few people to become a community and to start living a healthier life and inspiring one another. So, okay, October's challenge group, which is the Fall into Fitness Challenge, starts, prep week actually for that starts October 3rd, and then we officially begin our programs and all that good stuff on October 10th. So if you would like to be a part of that, got about 15 people in the September group. We've had a lot of fun so far. We're now in week 3, and we've just seen a lot of progress from everyone. And it's daily motivation, weekly check-ins with one-on-one check-ins with me, challenges, chance to win prizes. September is the health bet, so some folks are qualifying for that as well. But most importantly, everyone is in there getting healthier a little bit more each day. So if you want to be a part of that for October, either comment in this below this video or send me a message and I will get you more information on how it works and how to join. So those are the things coming up within the next few weeks in Team Hustle to Muscle Fitness. So all right, let's get into tonight's topic of how to retrain your brain so it doesn't quit on you, so you don't want to quit. So what I'm going to do, and I apologize if you can hear my fur babies in the background. My cat's roaming around here. My dogs are kind of like, I want to eat her. So, all right. So I want to give you really 4 actionable items that you can take away from tonight and maybe even implement into your own routine to help you get your brain on track. And the reason that I feel like this is so important is because I often hear from a lot of people that they don't have the motivation, or even if they start like a fitness program or a healthy eating plan, that they soon quit or they give up. And so sometimes it's a matter of people feeling overwhelmed and they don't want to take the time to do it. So I just want to give you guys some actionable things that you can start doing to hopefully over time retrain your brain. And the reason I say that is because it does take time and it is training. Just like you train your mind or train your body, you have to train your mind. Your brain doesn't just instantly go, all right, everything is great. I'm never going to give up on something again. Not at all. You have to keep at it. Consistency is key, whether it's working on your mind or whether it's working on your body and reaching your health and fitness goals. You have to be consistent. So I want to try and give you some things that will help you in doing that. And I'll be honest, these are things that I do, and some of them I still do on a daily basis because I don't want to lose that muscle, if you will. It's just like my working out. I don't want to lose that muscle, so I keep working out every day. Okay, so the first thing is you have to reframe your mind about how you think about, well, quitting for one thing. Whether it is you're working out, whether it's you're eating healthy, reframe it. So what do I mean by that? So instead of saying, oh God, I can't have pizza anymore, or I can't have insert whatever kind of junk food here. Really think about the fact that you get to eat well. You get to eat these things that usually, if you do it right, can taste really good, even better than all of the processed stuff because you're getting the full natural flavors of real raw food. So you get to eat this way. It's not that you can't have this, it's that you get to do this. You get to do the things that make your body feel better and operate at its optimal level. So I don't think about it anymore about the fact that like, oh, I can't drink beer every weekend. Honestly, now I don't really even want to drink beer every weekend. But now I get to eat, like my body actually craves greens when I go too long without having them. So I get to eat amazing salads that are full of vegetables and flavors and proteins and all that kind of stuff. I get to eat these things. So think about it that way. Don't focus on you can't have this and you can't have that. You get to have all of these other amazing foods. You know, I always put it in the context of a car for some of you out there who might be car fanatics. You wouldn't take a, whatever muscle car of your choice, whatever your favorite car is of your choice, a performance car. You wouldn't take that car and then start dumping in diesel if it's an unleaded car. You wouldn't take, and if you want to have it, operating at its optimal level as well, you'd want to put in like the premium gasoline. You wouldn't put in like Arco, then it's not 99 cents anymore, but it used to be 99 cents. You know what I mean? Like you want your car to be running at its peak. So you're going to do everything you can to treat it well so it's running well. Oil changes, fluid changes, flush, gas, all that stuff. Why wouldn't you treat your body the same way? So reframe your mind about how you think about it. And you're not working out because you're making your body pay for something that you ate. You're working out so that your body gets to work out because one, you've been blessed with the ability to do something like yoga, to do something like lifting weights, being able to, whether it's dance, whatever. If you have the physical capabilities of doing that, then you need to reframe your mind about being blessed with the ability to still do that. There are many people out there who have a lot of disabilities and just for whatever reason are not able to do everything that a completely able-bodied person does. Now, I will say there are plenty of folks out there who do have disabilities like missing an arm, missing a leg, missing a hand, whatever, and they are still working really hard and working around the disability to keep their bodies moving. So reframe it. You get to eat well, you get to exercise and move your body because that's what your body loves to do. That's what your body how it loves to feel and how it wants to operate. Okay. So reframe your mind. And then the other thing too, and this may or may not motivate you as some as it might others, but think about, do you want to be known as a quitter? Do you want people to stop relying on you for something because you're just going to give up or you're just going to quit? If you find someone else this is another step you can take. If you find someone else who can be your accountability partner, so maybe go find one of those, but find an accountability partner and you say, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to work out every morning or 3 times a week. We're going to work out at this time. Are you going to be the person that quits on them because you suddenly flaked out or you give up? Are you a quitter? Like, do you want to be known that way? I've had, in my business, I have what are called success partners. I've had some in the past and they quit the business or they quit coaching. So, unfortunately it didn't work out. I had to keep going until I found someone that was in it the way I was in it. So if you reach out to someone to be a partner, don't let them down either. Maybe if that's what you need to keep going until it's a habit on your own, then do that. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, number 2, personal development. Now, I don't mean go out and, attend all these conferences and trainings and things like that, like you would for work. I mean, that's great. But I'm talking about doing personal development on your own. Are you reading or listening to audiobooks or watching motivational videos or podcasts? I mean, there's plenty of free content out there that should not be the reason that you're not. Personal development is I'm not talking about just like these self-help books like that trend in the 80s where it was really kind of fluff. I'm talking about actual personal development that's going to help you rethink how you approach things and reframe things for you and help you to see something from a different perspective and teach you things and learn. Personal development is huge, and it was a big part for me in getting out of the funk I was in last year. We're going through all of the medical stuff with Gary. You probably saw some of that on either this page or my personal wall, where we were just in and out of the hospital with a lot of issues with Gary. So that really took a toll on my mindset as well, trying to handle everything while he was down. So It was personal development was a big piece for me, and how I was able to not only keep going, but to get myself back up to the level of performance that I like to be at and that I know I should be at. So I'm going to, and it should be personal development for life, not just like a certain phase that you're going through. Like, I listen to podcasts every day. I listen to, and here's another thing that you can start doing. When I was in my funk, I really needed to get myself pumped up somehow. So I went onto YouTube and created a motivational playlist, and I started just adding lots of motivational videos to that playlist. So what I do is I have my phone has an alarm set off. It goes off every morning at 5 a.m., whether I'm awake or not. That way, the first thing when I wake up, the first thing that I'm going to see is a reminder to listen to a motivational video or watch a motivational video. So once I get up, I head to the bathroom, to do that morning stuff, get ready for my workout, brush my teeth and all that stuff. While I'm getting ready, I am listening to one of my videos from YouTube. So every day I start my day kind of inundating my brain with positive messaging. And that's something that you can be doing too. Set an alarm in your phone, create a motivational playlist on YouTube, and just watch. They're like 3 to 5, some are a little longer, maybe 7-minute videos, but just watch or listen to that message while you're getting dressed, while you're brushing your teeth or whatever. That's a very easy, free, quick thing that you can do and just do every day. And I've been doing that almost every day now for just over a year. There are some days where I'm like, I'm okay, I don't necessarily need that. But if I start to feel like I don't want to do this or that, I get right back into that routine. But I don't ever delete that alarm on my phone. It goes off every morning at 5 a.m. So that's one thing that you can do. Another thing that you can do, one of the books, I did it on audio, one of the books that I started with to kind of help me get back into why I'm doing anything I'm doing, is called It Starts With Why by Simon Sinek. Great book. Now, I will say he's talking about it from more of a business perspective. So if this isn't a business thing for you, that's fine. You can kind of clear out that messaging and apply it to your own life, whatever it is that you're trying to go for. It starts with why. Why are you doing something to begin with? If you don't have that, like if you're trying to lose weight and you don't have your why, if it's just because I want to look good for this wedding, okay, that's great, but what's going to keep you going after the wedding? So it needs to be a deeper why. And so that book is really great to help you get down into the depths of why you might be doing something and then pick up your motivation from there. So that's 2 things that you can do under personal development. And then constantly look for books. If there's something specific that you are struggling with, look for podcasts, look for videos, look for books to target those specific areas. Okay. Number 3, appropriate goal setting. Now you can apply this to weight loss or weight gain, whatever your goal is. You can apply this to finances. You can apply this if you're a Beachbody coach. You can apply this to your coaching business. And it's great to have these really big, audacious goals. Like I definitely have mine. But you can get so overwhelmed in that big, huge goal if you don't kind of reverse engineer that and back it down to smaller bites, smaller attainable goals along the way, sort of benchmarks, if you will. So if you want to lose 100 pounds, maybe in a year, 2 years, whatever, like that's great. That's a really big, hairy, audacious goal. So what are you going to do along the way? So we're in September, so maybe by December you want to have lost 25 pounds. Great. Maybe by March you want to lose another 25 pounds. So you can just kind of do just like those bite-sized chunks. Give yourself some time. You can set weekly or monthly goals, but reverse engineer it. So if I want to lose 100 pounds in the year, how many pounds do I have to lose each month? And then how many pounds do I have to lose each week? And then you can shoot for that. Like, oh, maybe it's 2 pounds a week. Okay, that's a lot easier to work towards than 100 pounds and just focusing on that number. So same can be said with financial goals. That's why you might see some of my videos about doing the debt snowball and getting out of debt. Yes, we have this big grandiose goal of getting out of debt, which is for us a couple $100,000. But am I overwhelmed by that big number? No, because I have my debt snowball. Right now I'm focused on getting the next debt, which is only maybe a couple $100 paid off, or my step 1 emergency fund, getting that to $1,000. Okay. And so by doing that, you take out that sense of being overwhelmed, and you're more likely to stick to it because then you're doing this, just little steps. And you can also set yourself up with a reward system. I've showed this to many of my challengers, like, okay, whatever your goal is, so if it's 50 pounds, set benchmarks. So by Halloween, I want to lose 15 pounds. What's going to be your reward for that? By Christmas, I want to lose 40 pounds, let's say, and what's going to be your reward for that? We have that set up with our financial goal board. So when we paid off our first couple of goals, I think our reward was like dinner and a movie, which we hardly ever do. The last one we did, which was paying off a series of debts, it was going to a Mariners game. And so we did that. And we have another debt that's going to be paid off pretty soon. So we've got to figure out what our next reward is. So you can give yourself that kind of benchmark and reward system to keep you motivated in the meantime. Okay, number 4. Yes, number 4, a support system. I spoke to this a little bit a few minutes ago, but you need to have a support system. Now, depending on what approach or what goal or facet of life you're after. So if you're a Beachbody coach, you definitely make sure that you have like your spouse on board. If you're married, your friends or family, get them on board to support you, but make sure that you also have a success partner, somebody that can keep track with you. If you're, like I said, if you're a coach, that you guys are at the same speed and willing to push each other and giving each other permission to call each other out on your bullshit excuses. Now, if you are working on your health and fitness, you still need an accountability partner. Somebody that's going to be there to, maybe you guys work out together, or even if you don't live in the same area, you can just say, hey, I'm going to work out at this time. I'll text you when I'm done, or text me when you're done, or whatever. So somebody that you can make sure that you guys are keeping each other in check. This is also the other reason why I offer the fitness challenge and accountability groups every month. So that way people who want to get started have a little network of people, as well as myself, to keep them on track and accountable. That way they know someone's watching. So if I don't see them post in the group or check in, I can send them a message or a text or a call and say, hey, I haven't seen you in the group. What's going on? Are you still with us? That way they know someone's checking in on them. And then same thing there. Give your partner permission to call you out when you're just full of excuses. Make sure that you have, if you're married or your boyfriend or somebody living with you, get them on board to say, hey, this is what I need to do. This is important to me. Can you help me make sure that I stay on track? Family, friends, whatever. There's been times where I needed to make sure I stayed on track with my personal hours, spending time with my family, because it's really easy for me to dive into whether it's working outside the home or my Beachbody business. So I posted publicly that, hey, I need to make sure that I'm not responding to you guys during these times. And if I am, I give you permission to say, hey, what are you doing on here? You should be with your family. So to recap, number 1, reframe how you think about quitting and about how you're approaching whatever changes it is that you want to make. Number 2, personal development is a must for your life. And there's plenty of free content out there that cost should not be the reason you don't do it. 3, appropriate goal setting. Have your big, hairy, audacious goals, which is great, but then reverse engineer it and break it down into smaller chunks. I think I've heard Dave Ramsey say, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. It's kind of a weird analogy, but you get what he's saying. And number 4, get yourself a support system. People that you're going to give permission to call you out on your excuses, somebody that's going to keep you accountable, someone that you'll keep accountable, and you give permission to, to support you in that way. Don't be afraid to ask for that help and that support. Most people are willing to just say, yeah, absolutely, I'd love to help you out, and it'll help me out at the same time. So those are your 4 takeaways or your 4 action items that you can do to help retrain your mind. And like I said, for all of these, it's got to be consistent. You've got to show up for yourself. That's really what it is. You're showing up for yourself. Whatever your facet, your goal is that you're trying to hit, that you keep quitting on, this is a way that will help you do that. Set alarms in your phone, ask for help, inundate your brain with positive messaging, and I promise you that if you keep at it, within even a couple of weeks, you'll start to feel and notice the difference about whatever it is that you're approaching. But be consistent, especially if you're in a funk, if you're struggling, you need to do this every day. And that's going to be the hardest part, is getting started. But just make yourself do it. If you need to have someone, start with the accountability piece, getting a partner, someone that will check in with you, that will call you out, if that's what you need to get going first. So All right, folks, I hope these are helpful to you. If you use these or you start to use these and it starts to work, give me some feedback. I would love to hear how things are going for you. And if you need help, especially in the area of health and fitness or personal finance, because that's become another passion of mine, and you need some accountability there, let me know, because I would be happy to help and happy to serve in that function. So I hope you all have a great day. It is Tuesday, so we still have the rest of the week to go. Have an awesome week. And most importantly, have a happy and healthy rest of your evening. Bye.